It's very interesting. The 2017 vintage is not completely considered like a great vintage, but it's in the moment that you're talking about Barolo in general, about single vineyards, is no more, in my opinion, interesting to talk about a good or a bad. Both represent the territory. So some days you are happy and some days you are sad. It's about the vintages. If you are talking about a single vineyard, if you have the single vineyards, is the spirit of that exactly point in that exactly matter. So we are trying to have no bad vintages. We are trying to have, if we butter it, it means that it's good for us. Obviously, sometimes it's more long finish, sometimes it's more open in the mouth, sometimes it's more about that kind of.
Oscar, can you explain a little bit about the idea, the vision behind the classic Barolo, the way you blend which part of the vineyard, the cruise?
It's a necessity for us to make a classic Barolo because of also about the climate. The vineyards are plots of maybe 1 hectare, 0.5, 2 hectares. But in Barolo, we are talking about, like in Piedmont, we are talking about so many groups and so many shades, so many different things, that in the end also if you have also 2 hectares of a plot, it's not the same, it can be all the same. And every parcel, every tiny part inside of that plot represents himself in a different way. So if you have a particular kind of vintage, if you want to really have the kind of wine that you want, you have to select what you want. Otherwise, blending it, you have different situation. For example, in Chobot-Mentin, it's done in this way. So we have a straight east and another part that is slightly southeast, and they ripen in different ways. So some vintages this is better, some vintages this is better. So, and it's not about better, it reflects better the vintage. So it's a different ripening. So in the vineyard of Chobot-Mentin, we just divide it in 4 parts. And every vintage we select, this will be Chobot-Mentin, this will be Chobot-Mentin maybe, because this, the higher part, gives us maybe more richness and structure and tannins. This gives us more flavor and acidity, so we blend it for Chobot-Mentin. With the rest, we made a classic Barolo. So it's, and the rest is not because it's worse, but because we are talking about different wines. Chobot-Mentin, so the single vineyard, is made in order to age it for super long time, so 20 years. So we are looking for exactly in a kind of aspect from that vineyard. For the classic Barolo, from the village Barolo, we want to represent what Monforte is in a Barolo that you can also drink young. So if you have a kind of ripening that is mostly about the roundness, the richness, and the aroma, so that will be a classic Barolo. If we have a part of the ripening in the vineyard that is more about austere, straight, long finish, that will be Chobot-Mentin. So you see, it's not about quality, it's about perception of what you want. So inside of the same vineyard, we just divide it. From one, we make the vineyard. From the other one, we blend it all together, and then we make the classic Barolo.
So you can say that the classic Barolo is the most straightforward, simple expression of what is Monforte.
Esatto. So the purpose from 2017, the classic Barolo is no more classic Barolo. It's a village Barolo, because it's Barolo from the village of Monforte d'Alba, and this is the first vintage that we make it. So absolutely, right now, we want to make a Barolo that 100% represent the identity of Monforte d'Alba. So it's not about our
But more approachable.
More approachable, obviously.